Well, like I said, we are doing a historical cleaning because this is a historical area, as well as right down there, over that side where these guys haul those boats. They used to land the cattle from Honduras right there.
That's why they call it cattle landing?
That's the reason why this place is named cattle landing. Right?
But yeah.
That was in the 50s. I wasn't born yet, but my dad told me about that. It was an oil company who first came in there, lands there. It was cattle lands, oil companies, and here was where the British Army always prepare. We will want to continue to keep this clean and have people to respect it as a historical site, because if a lot of people come out here on this dock and they know how this dock was built here, right? And it was built by the British Army. There was two big guns out here. I used to work out here too. There's one on this side and one on that side. And I used to work out here as a BA volunteer in 87.
Okay.
Man, growing up as a little boy in Punta Gorda, we all knew that Cat Landing had the army base. And you know, when we were a little boy, we like compo.
Compo.
Compo. We used to come get our little stoves from the soldiers here, our little sulfur. But this little place is a historic place, and I believe that what the British Council is doing here, along with their chairman and their villagers, working and I stop by while exercising to support them, is a very good thing. The restoration of this pier could bring a very beautiful scenery back to Punta Gorda. And I have a suggestion. Instead of docking the BDF boats from Garbers Marine, creating a traffic and a havoc in the center of the Jotela one-lane bridge, my people, I'd hope that the government of Belize would listen to me and take my advice. This port is adequate for such landing of our troops to visit and to go to the Sarstoon and to do the patrols.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
This port can be restored and put a flag of Belize here.
Yeah.
So the restoration of this port could bring good progress to Punta Gorda.
Because right now there's no real launch and recover for the BDF boat.
Place for the BDF, the patrol the Sarstoon and the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
My recommendation.
All right.
Well, what is happening today, because we decided to come out here, as this is the surprise day. You know, Mr. Price like everything clean and green, and Mr. Price was part of history. He brought independence and all of these historic places, or three independence spots. The British Army being here and building a dock for their landing barges. Yeah, this is a pre-independence historic spot, because the British Army was here. They could have a watch straight over Guatemala. As a Belizean, I'm humiliated to see a fence being built, blocking a path that we used to use from I was a kid to go to Sweetwater Creek and Ganja Pint, you know, this just right along the coast. Knowing that this is, I call this village land, even though it's government land, because all village claim their land. Well, this land belongs to the village. But today we have to unite. That's the only way we can fight. That's the only way we can get ahead if we unite. So I decided on coming out here with the guys to show solidarity for this project. Mr. Price knew me. I went to Fairview School and Mr. Price would pass us on the road and pick us up and he said, "You are well about." So Mr. Price was a man that had good knowledge of the people of Belize. At least he was, that's why he was favorable to Belizeans. Because any leader cannot distance himself from his people. How can a people be represented by someone that is not even close to them? That's what made Mr. Price one of the greatest leaders Belize ever had. Because he was closer to his people. He was not distanced by money or anything, because he lived a humble life and he drive a little old Land Rover all the time. But Mr. Price undoubtedly was one of the greatest leaders I believe.